Yo guys, today we have another Elder Scrolls 6 speculation video. This time it is about what we need to see in the gameplay, I believe. Yes, the gameplay. Right, okay, so try keeping it like Skyrim, just maybe up the difficulty a bit. Skyrim was way too easy. Even on the legendary difficulty, it was quite easy. I mean, only PC gamers really got the full experience with that Requiem mod, which actually made Skyrim like 10 times harder than Morrowind, unless you had God mode. But, so, yeah, The Elder Scrolls 6 needs to be a bit harder than Skyrim. Not as punishing as Morrowind, more like a Oblivion difficulty, just maybe a bit harder than that. No, Oblivion normal difficulty being normal difficulty. And that's what we need in that. We need to have quite... Sorry, but we need to see the Elder Scrolls have a bit more difficulty in it. There was no challenge in Skyrim after you got past level 20 whatsoever. Tell me if you agree. Also, the graphics need to be good, even though it doesn't really relate to the gameplay too much. But exploration, that is related to gameplay. How you explore places, maybe add the odd climbing element, like if you sprint towards a wall, you might be able to run up it. I don't want to add parkour to the Elder Scrolls universe. But, you know, still, it's quite an awesome idea just to have maybe able to jump up things and make him friendly for that. That would be quite cool. Just, you know, add a bit of... Also, the archery needs to be way more powerful. In Skyrim, Morrowind, and Oblivion, the archery was underpowered as crazy. You had to fire 8 arrows to kill anything. Which is why if it's going to be set in Valenwood, it needs to be improved. An arrow needs to wreck completely. It needs to at least do half damage, or if not more, depending on where you hit. That's another thing that we can rely upon. We need to have combat coordination, damage points and such. So if you like hitting the chest and such, you know. Sorry, I had a bit of an interruption there, but anyway, like going back to this. So, what was I saying about the coordination in combat? Yeah, so if you like hitting the chest, you do a lot of damage. If you're hitting the leg, you don't do so much damage. You're hitting the arm, you don't do so much damage. You hit any of the main arteries, you do a substantial amount of damage. You go for the throat, they just lose their head. You go for the head, and it's just all over. Especially with archery, like take an arrow to the knee, they turn into guard. Next time you see them, they've got a guard helmet on or something stupid. No, 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 no. No, what I actually wanted to see was maybe actually seeing some. I don't want to have the guards saying they've got taken arrows from me, so maybe have backstories that are more immersive. So when you're exploring in a town, you're just like, oh hello guard, what's your story? I was born on a ranch, not far out of town. I masturbated every night, and then I fell over. The guards in my town used to sell pots. Big, juicy, red pots. Better than the warriors from Hammerfell's curved penises. But anyway, on a more serious note, I would like to see the combat actually improved quite a lot. Not like I don't want it to have like the combat system of Assassin's Creed. That would be just too unbelievable. I like to see the coordination thing, where you say, like I said about damage, the head, the arms, the legs. Well, they have different amounts of damage with the same weapon, so that means the stats will be a lot more. So you have damage stats on head, legs, you know, or maximum damage, minimum damage. Yeah, minimum damage would probably be best. It'll just show maximum damage even better, because that just shows not minimum, definitely minimum. So you don't know how far your blade can actually go, but the higher the minimum damage, the better. Higher the max, better. Maybe a minimum and a max. That'll be good. So minimum damage, maximum damage. Also, I believe there needs to be sheathing for dual wielding. Like, so if you've got 2 swords, you will have 2 swords at your belt when you're not using them. And also, I'd like to see that your equipment doesn't go to nowhere, so you've got like a bag on your back, a small bag. Well, maybe not so much the small bag, but you have a say you have a bow, 2 daggers, and 2 swords, and God knows what else. Yeah, and some arrows. So you have the arrows on your back, the bow behind that, the swords at your belt, and the daggers just like crossing over behind your back. Anyway, with that said, I think that the blood spatter needs to be coordinated as well, depending on where you hit. There shouldn't have to be a perk for mutilation of heads, really. Also, the perk trees need to be more vast, more diverse, so you can just branch off and have a character with skills that no other player can have the exact same character's skills all at the same time, and nothing else, no difference in the Elder Scrolls. It might be a bit ambitious, but come on, just have like 10 more perks to each tree, maybe 20, and the chances of finding someone exactly like you is so small that, it just needs to be thought of. But anyway, I think, besides my enthusiasm for combat and the thrill of it, there needs to be stealth mechanics to it, like proper stealth mechanics, so you can like latch onto walls and like peer behind cover and take cover and such. Not too much take cover, just peer behind cover and maybe do quick assassinations from cover, so you can just dive out with a bow and fire into the throat, one-shot kill. You can dive out, slit the throat, well, grab them and slit the throat, maybe grab them and stab them with your hand over the mouth so they don't speak. Something silent, something awesome, just anything that makes it more thrilling for the stealth players like me, people who like going quietly into these things. I know I do. I prefer stealth in the Elder Scrolls. I mean, once you've got the stealth perks mastered, it is the best feeling ever. Just go into a bandit cave and come out, and it's like you've never been there, except everyone's dead. They all caught herpes in the night and died type thing. But it's like they caught herpes and they slit their own throats and died. Elaborate backstories of the Elder Scrolls. What else is there? I can't think of anything else, but we can improve. Oh, interactions with objects. There should be animation for these things. So for equipping, for drawing swords, instead of like pulling them out of your pocket and just pulling them out of your sheath even, or no, what is it called? Just a sheath, I'm gonna call it. You pull them out, and you do some flashy move with them, depending on your perks. So the more powerful you are on that skill tree, the more flashy your draw is. So you're doing like this, like my ruler trick, for example, which I said I would show you guys. So I haven't already. I might do that tomorrow. Who knows? Might try. But anyway, I'm really running out of things to say here because the Elder Scrolls combat system is all right. It's just coordination needs to be changed. Maybe the animations need to be a lot smoother. Also, the character seems a bit bulky in Skyrim. I don't know if it's only me who felt that. In Oblivion, they felt too thin. In Morrowind, they felt a bit thin. In Skyrim, they felt really bulky, though. Don't know if it was meant to be like that, but the characters just didn't have any form of... Your player didn't have any form of interaction. It's like they were a robot, maybe. They didn't even speak. They didn't even make any noises, but the occasional moan of pain. Like, ugh! Which was... That's fine. I think the Elder Scrolls is better with your characters on mute. You don't even notice it, to be honest, but come on, just at least with Skyrim, well, with the Elder Scrolls 6, make the characters interact with the world a bit more. So, like, if you're waiting for a long time, they'll sit down. If you like, if you're about, you can like lean up against things. You can, when you take torches off sconces, you can just grab them. Third-person animation type thing. Well, yeah. I also like to see jumping mechanics change a bit. It's just so instead of like going, they need to bring back the athletic skill and maybe the acrobatic skill as well. I really did enjoy jumping about in Oblivion. I don't know if they should bring back the acrobatic skill. That one didn't make sense. It was just a quick perk really that made everyone jump about in Oblivion. Anyway, this is kind of summing it up for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If there's anything I missed out, please put them in the comments down below. I've realised that my videos aren't getting much recognition anymore. Please check them out. Also, check out the Cornix stuff. Well, speculation videos, link in the description. Right, I think. Goodbye, guys. Subscribe. And Cornix.